Hello. We stand at an important time in human history, which is climate change. And climate change is already upon us. And it's threatening our planet's existence right at this time and every second. This time came for us to act decisively and to take necessary precaution to assure a sustainable future. Not only for me, not only for you, not only for our children, but for the other generations to come. One of the most crucial steps we can take is switching to renewable energy. Renewable energy is an energy source that can be used more than once, so such as hydro, such as electric, etc. It is way better than using fossil fuels such as coal and lumber. The reason why is because once you use it, it's gone, and you have to get a completely new source to take part to create more energy. So you may ask, how efficient is renewable energy? And I'll tell you, renewable energy is generally more efficient because it's by nature, which is renewable. So what I mean by that is that we have hydroelectric, right? And we have the air. We will always have air. So as long as the air keep going, the winds are going. As long as the wind's going, we have more energy, and we will always have the wind energy. So it's always a renewable cycle that continues, so we can have energy. Unlike fossil fuels, so once you have the coal and you burn the coal and the coal is burned up, there's no more, and I have to get completely new coal. But after a time, after these years, after these decades or hundreds of years it may take, once that coal is over, that sources of energy of coal is all done for. So there might be counter arguments saying renewable energy, oh, it's expensive. Well, I have two solutions to that. Number one, it can first be expensive, but in the long term, it will not be that expensive when it comes to the energy that we use today. So for example, if I take a solar panel house, right, it might cost me maybe $1,000 or $2,000 when I first install it. But after that time, and after I'm going to get my money back. But after that time, I'm going to save way more money than I would use, say, in my house right now. And then I would just save way more money in the long term. The second one is that there is more advances in technology now to make it more affordable for the average person. So a couple years ago, when the renewable energy wave was going on, it was way more expensive. But now there's new technologies, there's more education to make it less expensive now than it has ever been before. And in the continual years, you will start to see that. Not to mention, if America went 100% on renewable energy, Americans would save $321 billion a year. And that's just in America alone. So imagine if the whole world used it. So second, I have to inform you that the Earth is warming up. There's numerous scientific studies that have shown the average global temperature over the past century has shown that there has been an increase in the Earth is warming up. So I can tell you why it's warming up. Well, it's due to human activities that me and you and I do. But then there's also companies and also businesses that do even more, and I'll explain it, such as deforestation and the burning of fossil fuels, which they all release greenhouse gases, which is CO2 emissions that are the cause of global warming. It's good because the trees that we have will use the CO2 so that they can grow, etc., etc. The trees need CO2. But the bad thing is that when we're clearing millions of these trees and not planting anything, well, it's just horrible. So I can tell you the consequences that are associated with global warming. And then it will not only affect me and you, but it'll also affect everyone that lives on this planet. No matter if you live in America, Canada, China, wherever, it's going to affect you. So as we'll see a rise in sea level. We have a more frequent and intense heat waves. Having these more frequent and intense heat waves, this will cause droughts and other extreme weather events. So now that we have these crazy weather patterns that you can also see on news, and you can see here in Japan with the typhoons, etc., it will not only affect these places, but this will also affect human health. This will affect agriculture. It will also affect ecosystems, and it will also affect the economies of the world. So you can definitely see when you go on news what's happening. It's happening. It was happening years ago. It's happening now. You see the deforestation in the Amazon. It's going on. It's been going on, and it may continue to go on if we don't do anything about it. So, how do we prevent global warming? There's multiple ways you can prevent global warming. There's people, the average people can do certain things, and there's people in higher places that can do certain things. But long as we all work together, it can get done. So I can explain how to prevent global warming. The first one will be reducing greenhouse gases by using renewable energy or reduce emissions. And you can reduce emissions by driving less, or you can take public transportation, you can ride a bike, you can do such things like that. Or you can carpool, or you can either just simply reduce waste, or you can even eat a plant-based diet. Second thing that you can do, which is more for the people, will be support policies that reduce emissions. So that person that's running for governor, the person that's running for president, etc., they may say, you know what, I want to take this stand to stop global warming and to use less emissions. That person probably has your best interest. I'm not into politics, but that would be good for not only for me, you, for the grandkids, but it'll be good for the whole world. And we have seen businesses, we have seen policies that have been made to prevent using fossil fuels and use more renewable energy. Another thing that we can do is we can donate and also we can donate and play a helping hand into protecting forests and natural habitats. Another thing you can do is use social media to increase public awareness. The more people we know, the more people that you know, the more people that you can get out to, the more we can have awareness and the more people that can take this seriously to help improve our planet. Switching to renewable energy is one of the most important steps, but we cannot address this challenge overnight. It requires action for all of us, such as individuals, such as communities, and such as the global society. So not only just me, not only just you, friends, family, but we just need everybody. We need people from America, people from across the world. We can all work together because we all share this planet. Remember, every action we take to support renewable energy counts. Together we can make this switch to renewable energy and help create a better life for ourselves and future generations to come. Thank you for watching my presentation. It's been a lot. Thank you.